I also come to a realization that I need to go more in depth into my personal experience so you guys can kind of have an understanding of how I discovered these informations and how I overcome those situations. So I'm going to start by saying a little bit about telling you guys about the beginning of all of this. So initially, when all this started, these gang stalkers would just basically talk about the things that I was doing. If I'm cleaning, they'll make comments about it. If I'm doing this, like driving, or the way I'm driving, they'll make fun of me. If I don't throw on my blinkers, you know, like my turn signals, they'll make some comment, they'll make some remarks. Usually it's something that kind of, in a way for them to laugh at me. If I go out, I can hear them talking on the next aisle over. If I go to the next aisle, I wouldn't see anyone there. Sometimes I would see, you know, maybe a couple or just some guy standing there. And initially, I would believe that, okay, it must have came from that guy. So we walk down the aisle and try to find a way to talk to them, you know, to try to hear the way they talk and try to match the voice that I would hear from the gang stalkers. And let me tell you, not once did the person that talked back to me in the next aisle over sounded like the gang stalkers. I would go driving and I would purposely take the next exit. I would drive past where I need to go, take the next exit, and loop back around on the side street. One time I did that, and then when I got to my destination, one of the gang stalkers like, "Oh, what took you so long?" It was kind of funny. I mean, it's frustrating at first. And one morning, I just had enough. You know, every time I wake up in the morning, they would start talking. I would start hearing them. And, you know, it was difficult. Who wants someone to be looking at them, watching them take shit, take piss, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat dinner, or go on movie dates, or just go out, or even go to work? When I'm at work, I would hear them talking from above. And when I look up, I wouldn't see anything. I mean, there'll be buildings. And one time I started seeing these pigeons. So I would actually start thinking, could it possibly be spy pigeons? Like pigeons, it sounds very possible, because the government can just make a drone in the shape of like a, you know, whatever, and then just put a fake pigeon skin on it to make it look like a pigeon. So for a while, like maybe a week or two, I would hear them from above on top of these buildings, and I was just thinking, man, they got spy pigeons. And I would hear them on the TV, and my mind would tell me, since I went to sleep a few times with the door unlocked, my mind would start telling me, oh, they must have snuck in and stole my keys, made copies of it while I was sleeping, and now they have access to my place. And somehow they when I'm at work, they would unscrew my TV and install a little speaker in there, you know, like a little wireless Bluetooth speaker or whatever. So that's why I can hear them on my TV. And when I'm driving, I can hear them at a stoplight. I can hear them talking in the car next to me. It's almost like they're talking through the radio or something. And I can hear them on my radio. And I start thinking, oh man, they must have put like one of those bugs or a speaker in my car. So I would research about it, and I picked up one of those analog radios, those analog handheld radios. And if you move the radio, if you put on static and you move it along an area, if there's like a spy camera or a cell phone or any devices like that, you can hear the static changes. So I did that to my entire car, you know, just kind of go through it. And I realized this is really bullshit, because there's many different spots in my car would give me a signal. So I would just kind of look through the whole area, try to find anything that's out of the ordinary, and it's just a waste of time. And then one day I woke up and they're doing the same thing, you know, start talking trash. Well, not really talking heavy trash, but just being annoying, bothering me. And I just had enough. So what I did was I hit the wall like this. I hit the wall, and then I can hear them on the other side of the wall. So I was thinking, oh man, they're outside of my home on the other side of my wall. So I just, excuse me. Sorry, allergy. So I would hit the wall like this. I would just boom, hit the wall. And I said, fuck you. I just screamed out, fuck you. And then ever since that point on, they started talking mass shit about me. Like, it became very personal for them. But knowing myself, I wasn't going to stand down, because the way I see it, I'm in the act of self-defense. So they would start talking shit, and then I started just stuck with the fuck you. I would keep saying it. And ever since that moment on, it was just back and forth shit talking. And that's when I realized that the one that actually took it really personal was also the same one that was introduced initially in the beginning of all of this. So you need to think about the people that are gang stalking you. Well, people or you being gang stalked, the gang stalkers. Think back in the beginning when all this started. Do they have a name? Who was the very first one with a name? Because for me, that is the one that I made most of my audios talking trash about. And I guess you could call it the handler or whatever the community wants to call it. So you need to think back on it, and who was the first gang stalker that introduced itself to you? If you want to start making audios about this handler, it's up to you. All my audio is just talking trash about them. Play on low volume. And that reminded me of one very important thing. There are some targeted individuals out there. I would say majority of the targeted individuals, when they go out to the store, they are hearing gang stalkers. And they're believing it's these regular civilians. You need to try this. When you're in a store and they're talking trash about you, I know you're trying to keep your composure and try to be poised and try to be professional and not make a scene in public. That's exactly what you need to do. But at the same time, you're irritated. And I know you're not scared, but you want to find out who they are. You want to confirm that, they are these people. Because in the beginning, I would hear them talk trash and I would just not say anything. I would just listen to it, but just minding my own business. You know, obviously I was kind of like not comfortable about it, but I would just mind my own business. I would hear them. But that's not the way to go about it. Eventually I started talking trash back to them inside, basically inside my mind. If I hear them say something about me, I would talk trash about their mother or talk trash about them inside. And guess what? They can hear me. They can hear me. They responded. From that moment on, I realized what I think or talk about, they can hear it. Now, they don't have to reveal themselves to you, because if they got you exactly stuck on believing it's real people, they never ever need to reveal themselves. But once you start talking back to them using your mind, you're gonna realize they're gonna start engaging you. And then that's where you're gonna need to figure out, is this still the regular people in public? Because that's the turning point, and that's where you're gonna elevate to the next level. Is for you to realize the gang stalkers are not the people in public. And if you want to believe they are the regular people in public, then you really are stuck. And I feel sorry for you, and I want to help you. If you watch my videos, I hope you realize I'm sincerely trying to help you target individuals. If you have any doubt that I'm trying to help you, then there's a huge disconnect with reality. I'm here to help you guys. And I hope this video will elevate your awareness. With that being said, go ahead and go practice that. No fear. These gang stalkers are not going to kill you. So don't do anything stupid where you can potentially screw your own self over. Shimon, signing out.